This episode contains sensitive topics. Discretion is advised.
Welcome back to an all-new episode of the Lusty Lounge podcast with me, your host, name still determined, formerly known as Alt. With me this week, we have Minka.
Hello.
We got Puce.
What's up?
And you clicked on this video, because this is going to be a YouTube video in like 7 months. You clicked on this podcast because you saw the name. We have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself? Because I still say your name funny. I don't want to sound dumb.
Why, hello everybody. My name is DelaiciousVA on Twitter. But you can call me Della, and I'm a not safe for work voice actress.
That was so fucking extra.
In the best way.
That was beautiful. I loved it.
You got the three of us earlier, just like, hey, yeah, what's up, hi. And I like it, but Jesus Christ.
That was a free little sample.
You know what? That's fair. You're right.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Dude, the pleasure is ours. I'm scared.
Della, I just want to say, thanks for coming.
Anytime.
Wow. Okay. All right. Can I finish? Can I finish explaining what the fuck is going on here?
Yep.
Please?
You can get back
Go
to the
for
episode
it.
now.
All right, so I still don't know how this happened because big number's scary. I messaged you, I don't remember where I messaged you on, and you said yes, and I was like, huh? What? And I've been a panicked mess ever since.
Oh, that's okay. I won't bite.
Is it though?
I'm honestly I'm very honored, actually. I was like thinking, okay, sure, I'm more than happy to be a part of it. It's just, you know how my schedule works at this point, but
yeah.
you know, things started to align just where it should, and here I am.
You would go on vacation, me telling my boss, hey, yo, fuck you, I ain't coming to work Tuesday, and he went, why? And I explained, and he went, she got how many? He's like, oh no, she's making us wait to 200. She got how many? It's like, yeah, all right, go ahead, don't come to work, just show up another day.
Well,
I'm like, all right, bet.
See, the thing is people that become kind of like internet famous tend to fall into two groups. There's either the people who get too big for their britches and think they're hot shit, and so like the number of followers they have is how entitled they act, or B, people who are down to earth and came from people like us and realize that like that's something that's really cool that they have, and they're appreciative of it, but they don't act like they're better than anybody else. And Della is obviously group B.
Oh, thank you, Mika. Yeah, I don't know, when people reach out to me and they're like, oh, you're so famous, I'm like, no, I'm just, your average gal, just recording silly sounds through my mic. That's it. I'm quite humbled about it, but it's just, I don't really consider myself famous in that regard. I mean, I guess in Twitter standards is what like my friends call it, but I'm just me and me alone.
No, it's fair. It's very humble.
Yeah,
which is rare nowadays.
Oh, thank you.
Well, and of course, like with anything like with our podcast, with the YouTube channel I used to do, like if you focus on that number of followers and everything, or like anything like that, like if that is your goal and that's what you base your mood and everything off of, you're gonna burn out super quick.
Oh, I agree 100%, and I've been there way too many times than I can count. And I've learned the hard way too. Sometimes I'm just like, well, I guess I gotta work extra hard just to get to a certain point. And I remember when I got to 10K followers, I was genuinely happy, and I even mentioned that in a previous podcast that I was in. And I don't know what happened. I literally thought, okay, well, this is good. I'm happy here. I was really happy. And then it just kept growing and growing. I didn't think I was going to make it this far, to be honest. And, I still think of myself as someone that's still learning, still trying to improve as a voice actress. But, yeah, it's just mind-boggling right now, just thinking about it. Like, wow, I got to 200K. That's great. Yeah, I mean, hey, sky's the limit. We'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, and that's awesome, and that's the thing too, is it's like if you aren't focusing on them, that's the
Yeah.
better way to do it. But like, still
Yeah.
celebrate those milestones and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I 100% agree. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to the numbers anymore. I mean, my friends actually do that for me. They'll just message me saying, "Oh my gosh, you're almost at 200K," or I'm just like, "Oh, I didn't even realize that." I don't even look anymore at this point. But yeah, I mean, it's nice. I just could still consider myself just a regular nerdy person in my everyday life. But yeah, I agree.
So, like, how did you get started doing all this? Because this isn't something you just wake up and go, I'm going to do this now.
No, that's a really good question. Do you guys really want to know the truth? Honestly.
Give it all to us.
All right. So what had happened was, back in 2020, when COVID hit, I was just like, all right, well, I'm kind of bored. There's not much to do. I can't even go out and see my friends anymore. I can't even, do anything without wearing a mask. And, I get it, we got to follow protocol and stuff. But I'm just thinking, okay, what should I do? I guess I'll just play video games and watch anime, because that's pretty much what I do already. But I would think to myself, man, it'd be so cool to be a voice actor for that character, or, I thought, okay, let's try it out. And funny thing is, I actually started off reading webtoons. I'm not sure if you guys read webtoons, like certain comics and whatnot, but that's kind of how it all started, where I would try to read out loud and pretend to be a character. And at the time, it was horrific. It was really bad. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I could try to, be a voice actor and just record some random lines. And I actually had a colleague from my previous job who's already doing this. I mean, technically he is a voice actor, but he not famous, but he's doing it on the side. And he told me about this website called Casting Call Club. And he's like, yeah, you should join it if you want to try something like this, get into voice acting. And it's not for everyone. And I'm thinking, yeah, I might give it a shot. I already tried at home by just reading webtoons and stuff like that. So I did that. I did land a few roles, but I remember the first role I got, it was a safe for work role. This is before I got into not safe for work voice acting. And I voiced yes, it was a mother character.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you got me. I'm paying attention. I'm paying full attention now.
Yeah, it was, but not that kind of mommy character, if you know what I mean. It's it was like one of those, like, is it gacha or gotcha? I keep saying it wrong, but yeah, it's one of those projects, and it was directed by like a 15-year-old person. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it was nice. Like, it was an unpaid role, just getting myself out there, getting my feet wet in the community. And yeah, I got some roles here and there, but then the thing is, I was hoping to get some paid roles in the future and for bigger projects. Only thing is, I didn't get very lucky. I know it's very competitive. I understand that there's a lot of seasoned voice actors that are super talented in what they do, and it's hard for me to compete with that. And I'm like, I need to get a coach. I should probably hire a voiceover coach. I was broke. I couldn't really afford one, so I'm thinking maybe I can get into a group class, maybe join other aspiring voice actors. And the first group I actually signed up for, it was for an online voiceover training course called Bloomvox Studios, taught by Steve Bloom, the voice actor for Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, which is one of my favorite animes.
Ooh.
So that was cool. It was fun. He would teach all of us, like, how to get started and whatnot. Only thing is, what's hard about it is it's not like a one-on-one course, which would probably cost way more than what I paid for. I started that, I think it was like a 4 or 5 month course. So yeah, I got to do that. I read, I'm sorry, I think I forgot the title, but I know it was written by Tara Platt, who's also a voice actress. And read that book on how to be a voice actor. And yeah, I got some auditions in, landed some roles in Casting Call Club, but I wasn't very lucky with landing like a lot of paid roles. I got a few here and there. And I remember I did this project where I got to voice, I think it was Black Cat. Yeah, and she is a very sultry character. And I remember the first thing he said to me was, "Oh, your voice is kind of, how do I say this? kind of sexy. I'm not gonna lie. Have you ever thought about getting into erotic stuff, like erotic audio work? And I'm thinking, I'll be honest, I actually didn't want to do that type of stuff because, well, for one, like I know it's not welcomed in like the bigger industries of voice acting. You know, they would go, oh, you voiced for like hentai and stuff. You know, we don't welcome that. So,
Which is
I
bullshit.
kind of moderately disagree because the voice actor for a Tim of Yu-Gi-Oh, he was doing hentai before he was in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
and I'm like,
that doesn't mean there's not exceptions.
Yeah, exactly. I know there are some companies that they would forgive that, but I mean, I don't know, Disney. I don't know. Once you know how the reputation is, you know, I've heard stories, but
we don't talk about Disney.
we don't talk about Disney. Got it. Okay, moving on. But yeah, so like I said, I wasn't very lucky in the Safe for Work voiceover community. So I thought, okay, let me try this type of stuff. I decided to give it a try because back then I would say, no, I'm not doing any type of not safe for work acting. And plus, I live in a Christian home at the time. It was
poor child.
yeah. See, when I first started recording for not safe for work stuff, I was living at my parents' house, and you can imagine how tough that was. Just the thought, like, yeah. And, you know, so I remember someone reached out to me and they were actually a game developer. They were telling me, oh, I listened to some of your work and I'm not sure if you're comfortable with this type of stuff, but if you're not, I understand. But this is a PC game where you would make a lot of these like gagging sounds, like someone kidnaps you and you get like a ball in your mouth. You know? So yeah. Anyway, I'm thinking, okay, well, first thing I asked was, is this a paid project? Oh yes, it's paid. Oh, okay. It was kind of hard for me to say no at the time. So I remember, I think, how much did he pay? I think it was like $300, honestly.
Nice.
Yeah, I was surprised. I'm like, okay, I'll do this. I might, and I told the game developer, hey, just so you know, I live with my parents, so I'm gonna have to record this later at night if that's fine. They're like, oh yeah, that's fine. I understand. I get it. So yeah, I recorded like about 10 minutes worth of gagging sounds, and yeah. I mean, there wasn't even... The weird thing is, it's not even... There's no, like, sex happening in this game. It's just someone getting kidnapped and they're making all these noises. And for some reason, the game hasn't been released yet, but it's still in development, but my voice is still in it. So I'm thinking, okay, I guess it's a big game. So yeah, that was my first paid job in, I guess, I mean, he said it wasn't a not safe for work project, but I don't know. I think to me it was, but anyway,
Fair.
Yeah. So that was my first project, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try some not safe for work stuff. Let's see if I can get somewhere with this. So there was a project on Casting Call Club. It was this. He was a monster porn animator. And he was telling me, okay, we have this project, and I think your voice would be perfect for this role. I did the project. It's a little cringe now thinking about it because it was my first like ever not safe for work animation that I dubbed. It was a character from, I think it was a Final Fantasy character.
Oh.
Yeah. I think she had pink hair. That's all I remember. And she's, I'm going to say it, she's getting fucked by some moth character. And yeah, that was my first animation dub I did. And that was when I created my Not Safe for Work Twitter account, separate from my Safe for Work account, because I have two technically. But yeah, so that was my first ever video as my debut of coming out in the Not Safe for Work community. And I remember that first day I got 100 followers that day, very quick.
I could imagine.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't exactly what I dreamed of doing at first, but you know, hey, it was a good experience to, you know, try something like that.
Oh my god, was it lightning?
Oh.
From Final Fantasy? Was it lightning?
It probably was. Did she have like a flower in her hair? I don't know. She had. I don't know. Maybe she didn't, but I know she had pink hair. You know what?
Okay.
The animation might
There
still
aren't very
be.
many.
It might still be on Rule 34. Who knows? But yeah, so that was the first one I did, and then from there, I joined a few Discord groups where they would hold auditions, you know, collabs with content creators like other voice actors, writers, animators. Made some friends on there, and from there on, I branched out and saw. I basically reached out to a ton of animators and artists looking for voice actors for their projects. Basically, when you start off, you want to, market yourself in the beginning, and that's what I did. I was basically a go-getter for almost 6 months, and then from there, it just, clients just came. They just kept coming to me. Basically, they're just like, "Hey, we saw some animation videos you've done. You have a great voice. We want to hire you for our project." So, word of mouth came up and branched out from there. So, yeah, I mean, it's still shocking to me. It's for what I do love voice acting. I mean, I'm hoping to get more projects where I could record more dialogue-based stuff. But I understand, in this community, they all want to hear moans and all types of other noises, and I get that. But, it's nice to have a story behind it as well. Yeah. So, yeah. Excuse the ramble, but yeah, that's really.
No, you're fine. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, no, that does kind of lead me into my next question. After doing, we'll call it research, for an hour this morning. So I did notice you only had 2 non-moaning projects. Yeah, that's what they're called.
Non-moaning. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
So how do you go about asking the person, "Hey, I want to talk. I don't just want to moan"? How does that work? Because I remember the Persona 5 one. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
she's voicing Haru.
Oh my gosh.
Conflicted.
Oh my gosh. Are you talking about the most recent one I did?
Yes.
Where I'm just like, yes, please.
Yes, because that's very conflicting. Because I know the voice of Haru. She's too fucking nice to people. She needs to learn how to be more aggressive.
She's super sweet. I actually bumped into her at that that convention I talked about. She was there, and I didn't get her autograph. I wish I did.
I have it on a badge from a convention I worked, and I'm just like,
awesome.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to come find me first of all in the not artist alley, dealer's room when you could be eating food or something.
Right.
She's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, no. I have to apologize because their staff is terrible. She's like, she didn't. No comment. She commented. I'm like, no, I got you.
Yeah.
And no, she's super nice.
She is very sweet.
It's weird.
I can tell too. I was actually sorry, my little tangent, but at that convention I went to, I got the voice actor. You know who Erica Lindbeck is?
I
voice
do.
actor for Futaba. I got her autograph.
She's going through some shit right now, and I feel bad for her.
Yeah, I've seen that on Twitter, but got her autograph, and she was right next to I forgot who's Haru's voice actor again. I know it's
Zan. We just called her Zan. I think it's Zanny.
Okay, yeah, her booth was right next to hers. I was just like, oh man, I was so close. But the line was pretty long for that one, so it's all right. Next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just funny because so when I was at that convention, apparently a fan recognized me and actually messaged me on Twitter saying, "I saw your picture of Chill. So you were there at the convention. I could have got a picture with you." Like, oh, I'm kind of glad you didn't, because if someone else knows me, yeah.
No, that's fair. That's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool, but it's just, oh, no.
That is, I do feel kind of bad. Well, not kind of bad. I do feel bad for you in that regard, because, my job knows I talk about stuff like this. Mm-hmm. My immediate supervisor is like, I don't give a fuck. His boss was like, I don't give a fuck. The plant manager is just like, just don't say you work where you work. And I'm like, no one gives a fuck about the mail. He's like, fair. You know what? You're right. Yeah, my bad. Do whatever you want. I'm like, yeah, fuck the mail. And
oh my goodness.
She was like, yeah, just make sure you get it out on time. I'm like, I don't work this tour. Goodbye.
Oh man.
So yeah, no one of my bosses give a fuck.
Right. Goodness. I should be answering your question, but basically, when animators reach out to me, or even artists, and they're like, oh, I have a commission for you. Can you just moan for 30 seconds for this animation? I'm thinking, sure. And I would actually throw it out there every now and then, where I'd say, oh, did you want me to say, some dialogue here and there, or maybe improv a bit, just saying, oh, fuck, or anything like that. And they would just go, sure, you don't have to, but you could do a take where you could add in some improv. But yeah, go for it. But I mean, I know the only time I can't do that is if I see the character's face, especially their mouth, sometimes it's hard to match the mouth movements.
Yeah.
So unless her back is
Yeah.
turned and you see the character's ass, then it's pretty easy because you can just say whatever, you know. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. I mean, because I love voice acting, it's nice to add in dialogue too, and not just records moans. But it's fine. I mean, I get that, but it's nice to have like a story behind every single project, whether it's an animation. But at least like with comics, obviously I can say some dialogue because it's all there and it's nice. And because that was like my first love, like recording words, becoming more of an impressionist, trying to be a character. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to have that aspect.
All right, it's been 20 minutes. I need one of y'all to talk.
I was enjoying the back and forth. So I was being quiet.
I always get in trouble for hogging the guests, so
You're good.
I'm trying to make sure that you two have a chance.
Well, as long as you say something, I don't care.
Yeah, Minka, now you can start flirting.
Oh,
Well, it's at his
we're
time.
getting to the juicy bits already? Okay, I mean, if that's what you guys want. I mean,
Well, actually, like, you're, not to shut you down by any means, just my ADHD brain. When you were talking about your story of how you got into it and everything,
Right.
it reminded me that I had completely forgot that I actually did voice acting for a project too.
nice. Okay, now I got to hear about this.
Yeah, no, so I basically got connected through a mutual friend who was doing a voice for it, and it's a small project, so like nothing huge.
Right.
And so I tried out for one of the parts and ended up getting it, and so like had recorded my bit in quite a few different episodes, but we were doing an audio telling, the audio story that has kind of some like, other background stuff going on too, for Fruits Basket.
I love that show.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
go on.
And so I ended up doing the voice for Rin, I think is their name. They're basically the feminine / probably trans character in there that is very manic.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of kind of screaming and freaking out that I did. But we ended up not really continuing it because they announced that they were going to be doing like more Fruits Basket anime. And so we were like, we don't want to end up like getting shut down or ending up on somebody's like shit list or whatever. So we ended up stopping it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Voice acting is something I enjoyed doing what I have. I've always loved the idea of doing more and everything. Just like, life only has so much time, and so it's
Right.
it's something that like I've never been able to really pursue or anything. And I do know it is very competitive, like you said. And a lot of times, like, people don't realize, they may think, oh, well, my voice is shit, like, I wouldn't get any roles. And it's like, it's not actually about your voice. It's really about your skill and, like, how you learn how to use your voice.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, and so it's one of those things where it's like, if I ever had the opportunity, I would love to do it more. Like, like most voice actors, like, I would love to be able to do some role in some big anime or something. Like, it would be a lot of fun.
Right.
But yeah, I had completely, like, my memory's been all over the place since I got COVID, but I had completely forgotten that I had even done voice acting until you said that.
That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, Minka, if you ever get back into it, let me know.
For sure.
Yeah, maybe we can collab together.
While we're making out?
Oh, well, that too. I mean, that's already a given, but...
Right, that's going to be
Yeah,
like a clause in the contract. It's like, oh no, we have to record together always.
Exactly. I mean, it was supposed to be the intro, but hey, wherever. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Alt.
Minka, Fruits Basket is like done now, right?
That's probably why I forgot, because it was a long time ago. Did they actually end up coming out with a new anime stuff?
Yeah, they made the remake. It's done. They did the prequel movie. That's done. So
Shit.
You should talk to your friend and go, "Hey, yo, everything's done. Release it. Release."
Well,
the
it was
hounds."
on YouTube. It was all releasing in episodes on YouTube. So I believe it's still out there. I'd have to check.
That was actually my other question.
Let me see if I can even find it. Oh my god, it's been so long.
You can just DM it to me, and I'll listen to it later.
And
That
like,
was like more Minka voice, yes, please.
Let's go. No. I get it first. Ladies first. I'm just kidding.
Absolutely, every time. Men only get it if there's any leftovers.
Damn. You get the scraps. You get the
Not
scraps.
wrong.
Here you go.
Not wrong.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, my part wasn't big, so it's like even if it's still here, obviously it was not.
And I mean that's kind
wasn't
of how
too
I
far.
started out too. I mean I got a lot of small roles, some supporting roles, but I actually never landed a lead role until this month actually. Yeah. Although I can't really talk about it because I mean
NDA.
there's no NDA, but it's more so I mean he's super excited to share it. It's just he doesn't want to talk about it in public yet, and I'm like, okay, I respect that, but it is a lead role, and I'm really excited, and it's a Safe for Work project actually.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I was like, cool, I get to say words? Is that what you're telling me? Yes. And then the funny thing is, they actually found me through my Not Safe for Work Twitter accounts. I was just like, oh, okay, well. And they actually told me, well, because for this specific character, they saw my Twitter bio. I'm Filipino. They're like, oh, you're a person of color. We want to have you as the lead role for this character. So I thought that was really cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's super dope.
Diversity.
Yeah. That's. I mean,
and
yeah.
it's nice too that they found you from the Not Safe for Work stuff. So if
Yeah.
anybody ever tried to be like, oh, I know who she is, like you shouldn't be working with her, they'll be like, fuck you. We know exactly who she is and we support it. So go fuck yourself.
No, I'm really glad you said that because the thing is, when I was before I became a Not Safe for Work voice actor, I was kind of laughed out the door in the Safe for Work community. They're like, you don't have much training. Maybe I've had people even tell me you should consider hiring a coach, and I'm like, yeah, I would love to. They're like, yeah, it's just your voice could use some work, and I'm thinking, okay, well, that was a bit of a downer, but I mean,
Yeah.
I got into this community and they welcomed me with open arms. I was
Yeah.
like, okay,
Good.
I found my family. I mean, of course, there's like the toxic side of Twitter, but I won't go
Wait,
there.
what do you mean? Twitter's dead.
know.
It's X now.
Oh yeah,
No,
it's
no,
the X community.
We all
Yeah.
made an agreement. We all made a social agreement. We're gonna keep calling it Twitter.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Speaking of, did you guys hear what happened when Elon Musk showed up at
That
the
fucker got
gaming
booed
tournament?
aggressively.
He got
Ooh.
booed, and then they started chanting, "Bring back Twitter."
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
is there a video?
It's
I
somewhere
want to
on
see
Twitter.
it. Okay, now
Yeah, it was
you gotta send me that
live-streamed.
too, for my own entertainment, so I could just laugh.
Like as a
Right.
production person, I'm like, oh, they're really holding on to him. The second started booing, they had to cut, and I'm like, oh, ooh, that's bad.
Like, boo. Oh my goodness, that guy. No, but yeah, that's the thing too. I mean, I do want to get more involved with my Safe for Work stuff, but it's kind of hard to now that I have a schedule every week.
Fair.
I need to find time to do more auditions for Safe for Work stuff, even though maybe because I have it already pre-notioned in my head that I'm not going to get picked. It's just, I don't know. It's funny because I actually spoke with my friends about this, that no, I do this on the side too. They're like, maybe you could tell the director you do not Safe for Work stuff and they'll hire you on the spot. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. That's the thing. I'm very humble. I don't want to brag and say, oh, you want to see my other account? I don't want to do that.
I mean,
no.
sometimes, sometimes, as a person who did a social media thing for two months and then left because money, sometimes we want that. Like that's a big number. We can reach that's a whole new market that we have not tapped into yet. We could, hold on, wait a second, hold on.
Oh man, that just brings up another point because the funny thing is, I mean, I shouldn't mention the person's name, but it's, I mean, we're actually good friends, but I still have my Casting Call Club account, but I auditioned for a few roles for a Final Fantasy project. I won't say exactly what it is, but the funny thing is, we got to talking, me and the director, and I was just saying, yeah, I do like voice acting for other stuff too on the side. They're like, oh, like adult stuff, and I'm thinking, well, time to have the talk now. I do, and then show the account, and then They're like, oh, funny you say that. I have a not safe work account too, and I'm also an animator.
Wow. That man
I was like, okay,
tired.
well.
Animation and directing. That man is tired.
Oh, he is. Yeah. Like, especially when we had our voice chat with other actors to do like a meet and greet. He's just like, hey guys, all right, we're going to talk about the characters for this. And I would tell him, like, please don't tell them I'm a... Oh, no, don't worry. I won't tell them. Unless you want a bunch of stalkers messaging you. I'm like, no, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I got that role, and then he was telling me, I'll be honest, this would help, because if I hire you for some projects, it would help me as well, and yourself. So it did, actually.
See, untapped markets.
Untapped market, it's fine. It's like I feel bad. I feel like I'm using you. I'm like, well, technically we're helping each other out, so
see,
it doesn't
everyone
bother
wins.
me. Exactly, it's a win-win on both sides. So there you go. No harm done. No harm, no foul. I have a question for Puce. How's your day?
What? Oh, my day's been going pretty good.
Good.
Still kind of
Don't
recovering
die on
from
me.
being sick.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, don't, especially an alt. You don't want to die in alt.
I don't know. I think I'd leave the world a peaceful place. Without
Don't say it like that. Phrase it differently. You can say it, just say it different.
If I passed away, the world would be a little bit nicer for all.
Oh.
Man, I really want to disagree, but like,
My
it
heart
should.
hurts for you, alt.
It should hurt for.
okay.
It should hurt for
You
him.
got
too.
Minka. It's okay. You got Minka.
Minka
too.
doesn't do anything. Minka's the good child here.
Well, she's actually with me.
Still the
so
good
I
child
don't
in
know.
the
We might have to
situation.
rethink that.
Yeah. I didn't want to break it to you guys too early, but this is actually my last podcast. 'Cause, I'm going with Della.
Yeah. I was gonna break the news first, but Speaking of which, I should be taking over, but I remember there was something that Puce brought up, and that's fine because so remember that conversation we had where it's like, oh, so I guess you didn't know I do not safe work voice acting until Alt pointed that out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, you know what? That's fine because I just came out of nowhere, really. I really did.
Well, to be fair, I don't recognize most people.
Okay.
Until we started this podcast, I was
gotcha.
like, oh, I just like the sound of this, or I like the look of that, or I like how this story's written.
Yeah.
And now I'm realizing, all these people, if I follow them somewhere, they actually keep making this good content, and then I get more good content.
Oh.
Instead
Yeah.
of finding it randomly on the internet. So.
Right. Yeah, I'm just some girl that happened to pop up on Twitter, like 2 years ago. It's the whole new phone. Who this?
Honestly,
Who's this person?
I think I first started paying. This is gonna sound really fucked up. I'm sorry. You were in a project with someone else. I don't remember who that other person was because your voice stood out to me, and I was like, click. Come back to that later. Came back to later and was like, that's a big number. I'm like, I'm gonna just appreciate what you're doing. I'm not gonna think about work right now. And here we are now. Me going. Probably ask this person if they want to do a podcast episode.
Oh, you know what? That was actually my question. I'm just gonna. Well, I mean that just the general how did
Twitter.
you find me?
I know where I can find it. Do I feel like finding the tweet?
A little bird told me. A little bird on Twitter told me. Yeah.
Speaking of you only starting recently, to be fair,
Yeah.
it seems like a lot of the new stars, however you want to look at that, new internet celebrities, whatever you want to categorize yourself as, seem to have started because of COVID. So
Oh.
COVID, as bad as it was,
Yeah.
seems to have also brought us some great stuff.
Yeah,
It's
it brought some good. Yeah.
The writer we just interviewed, he also started because of COVID.
Oh, so wait, who was it again? Sorry.
Mr. Retzum.
Oh.
I believe.
You remembered. I'm so proud of you.
Wait, was that
'Cause
name
his
ever
name
even,
is so difficult.
was that name ever even mentioned, or is that not in these hands audio?
That's not in these hands.
Oh, was this a thing I wasn't here for?
Yeah.
Yep, it's one of the two you want. Okay. You're not allowed to leave, by the
Speaking
way.
of kinks and fetishes and all that junk, what are you into?
I think it's funny when people ask because they instantly think, oh, she's definitely a dommy mommy for sure. She has to be.
Hold on.
Then I
hold on.
remember. Oh, go ahead.
Just getting a towel.
I'm not sure if this is for the bit or not.
I don't
Just gonna
either.
take notes.
Oh, you can take notes anytime you want.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Why are you whispering?
Go ahead.
Oh.
Because it's more sensual.
Oh no, she's taking notes. Oh, you can take notes anytime you want, baby. All right. I'm kidding. All right. So, yeah, like a lot of people think because just based off the sound of my voice, oh, yeah, she dominates males in her personal life or whatever. And I'm thinking, nope, total opposite. I'm a 100% bottom for sure.
Okay, but before you get into it,
Yeah.
let's see if the theory holds true.
Okay.
Tentacles.
Am I into what, monster tentacles? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. But
No. These are
prepare
yes
to be
or no
disappointed.
questions.
No.
Oh.
Oh no. Are we still good?
Yeah, we're still good. I
Okay,
just got
cool.
to rework my my
Entire
analysis.
theory.
Oh, I've voiced in some animations involving tentacles, but yeah.
But you're not into it.
I know.
No.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
So like, oh, you're still. Oh, I thought
Wow.
there was another question besides that, but okay. Okay, so I am into the whole, like, I guess you call it the typical vanilla aspect of of kinks and stuff, but I will say, because like back in college, I got into the BDSM world, and then from there on, I understood. Okay, you know what? I am definitely a submissive in that universe for sure, especially getting into that. But yeah, sometimes you gotta spice things up. You know, you just can't keep it vanilla, you know, all the time. So I'd say I'm into both those types of things, but I wouldn't say not like the extreme part of it. But I don't know. And I know there's more to it though when I say extreme. But so it's
Yeah, man.
I can't get over you using the term the vanilla kink part.
Vanilla kink
because
part.
like
like I guess.
like-
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
like as kinksters, you know, we usually refer to people who aren't into kink as vanilla or the nillas. And so like hearing it used that way, like you're not wrong. Like
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, absolutely, but like I've just never heard it put like that.
No, so sometimes you got to be French vanilla or vanilla
Well, it's
bean.
kind of like it is one thing we do talk about in the community is kind of the whole aspect of like there are parts of kink that have become more common, like
Right.
bondage, choking, slapping, all of that kind of stuff. Like,
Right.
So yeah, it like calling it vanilla kink is not incorrect.
Well, I'm using it now. Just kidding. I,
You guys heard
well,
it
when I think
here
of,
first,
I mean, when I
folks.
think of like vanilla kinks, I just think wouldn't cuddling be one? Because
I mean, cuddling can be a
aftercare,
kink.
aftercare. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
No. Okay.
I would
Yeah.
put
I get
cuddling
it.
in the aftercare vanilla kink
yeah,
category.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, for some people, aftercare is being fucked mindless.
Right.
Like if they've done a really intense scene. So.
Right.
Like yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I dig it.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I am very much a proponent of, after my time in the BDSM community, like being very involved, I am very much a proponent of taking basically any traditions they have and just saying fuck that and doing your own thing and making it your own.
Right.
Because tradition and holding on to that tradition was one of the biggest issues that I've run across.
Right.
I mean, not to throw back to another one of our episodes, but our chat with Winter seemed to reflect that pretty well about the younger generation.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, that made me so fucking happy.
Yeah.
I went to my best friend after that episode, and I was like, I have to tell you,
Okay.
the Gen Z has got it figured out.
Do you use props when you record?
Do I use props? Yes, I do. In the beginning, no.
Wow.
But yeah, okay, you know what? I'll just say it because when I
I was gonna say Ben was pretty like upfront about it, so you can be as upfront
yeah.
as you want about
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah. One of my good friends for sure. Yeah. So yes, I do use props, especially when I get requested to do a blowjob audio or those types of commissions for animations and whatnot. Yes, I do use a dildo for that. It was funny because it was a brand that was one of my friends recommended, and they're actually a voice actor too. And I've had it for almost 2 years. It still does its job to this day. And
I mean,
I'd be so confused if it didn't do its job.
Right?
well, that makes sense though, because like even when you mentioned that, like the kidnapping thing, it was just like, well, the best way to get those muffled sounds would be to actually like put some sort of gag in, because otherwise, usually those are hard to replicate.
Oh, I was just going to get to that part because I do have a prop for that. And that's the funny thing. I remember when I got that message to be a part of this this PC game. They're like, oh, do you have like a gag ball you could use? And I'm thinking, huh. And I asked like, okay, well, when do you need this audio? Oh, like in, a few weeks. Okay, let me go on Amazon real quick.
Yeah.
I got it in like 2 days. And I remember like my mom, she would hand me the package. She's like, thanks, Mom. Okay, I'm not opening this in front of my mom.
Oh, see, I feel so bad for you sometimes. I have I'm not gonna say how much I paid for it because I'm fucking degenerate.
I ain't judging.
I have an anime figure that her top comes off, and I just opened the box in front of my mom. She's like, what that?
What that?
I'm like, it's a big titty anime girl.
goodness.
She's like, why you buy that? I like the cow aesthetic. How much do you make at your job again? I'm like, more than you. She was like, you paying them bills, right? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, thanks, Mom.
That's it. Yeah.
And she was just like, yeah, that's it. She was like, I don't give a fuck.
Oh my goodness. I wish my parents could tell me that.
Yeah, my poor mom knows just how much of a degenerate her daughter is. And that's probably because I love making people uncomfortable by telling them stories.
It do be fun sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But no, that's my only thing until my Shiki figure comes in, which I'm so excited for. We're not gonna talk about that though.
I ain't judging. We're all in a safe space.
Maybe we'll do another cup. Are we though?
Well, according to Mika, right?
This is America. I would not call it safe.
Not safe for work. No, I'm just kidding.
This podcast
Also, while we're on the
is
topic,
safe.
Yes.
Thank you to the international viewers, listeners. There's a lot of y'all. There is a lot of y'all. So thank you.
Right. Yeah, my goodness. I remembered, like, once I got that gag ball, I'm thinking, okay, well, at least I'll be paying the rent early. That's the one. I mean, I'm like, here, Mom, here's the rent. Oh, where are y'all this additional money from? Don't worry about it. There you go.
Hey,
you buy something nice, Mom.
If we get really big with international viewers, should we just like rename our podcast like The American Struggle?
The American Struggle. I like it. Sure.
So they can know just how
I feel like
how terrible
actually
things
put some
are
thought
here.
into that one for a moment. He was like, maybe that might be good.
Better than the title I'd give it.
Okay, I want to bring up something that's again. I apologize. I'm a bad person, but this is good content. You had I asked for your last podcast interview and took notes. And one of my notes, you said you think you sound like a tomboy. I'm here to how do I want to phrase this? Inform you, you do not. You sound like someone's mother.
Thanks.
Which is way better.
Oh, see,
Is
I
it?
get the tomboy.
Thanks, bro. is that tomboy enough for you? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, should we go?
Nah, dude would have been.
Should we go
Thanks,
have some
dude.
beers,
Yeah.
broski?
Let's go, broski. That's actually what I call my guy friends all the time. Like, what up, broskis?
All of the like broski shit, like that was one of those things that I did ironically that has become an unfortunate part of some of my vocab and dialogue.
Oh my goodness, it's just funny because like aside from like my not safe for work stuff, like I have like my Discord group of my guy friends, because I get along mostly with guys nowadays, especially because I feel like I sound like one most of the time. I feel like I'm one of the bros at this point. I don't know, but anyway, I would go in and be like, hey, what y'all playing? Like, oh, how was your commissions? Wink wink. Oh, the usual. It's like, what are we playing today? I have a completely different persona from
You guys got your protein shakes?
My protein shakes, exactly.
Oh my god.
I should have a protein shake.
Yes, I do. It's downstairs in the kitchen.
Yeah, I feel like I'm two different people, but I feel like that's kind of how it is, right? You have your online persona. It's acting. You have your online persona, then you have your real life, and it's definitely not that.
I'm gonna politely disagree. I am me all
Except
the
for
time.
alt here. Except for alt.
The words I use are just different. I code switch real good sometimes.
Okay, alt.
Other times it's just like, nah, fuck that.
I feel like our podcast is a little bit different. Because it is just the three of us bullshitting and being ourselves.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You are
but like
correct.
voice acting and like that kind of stuff, a lot of times it does create a different kind of persona.
It really
'Cause
does.
Well, yeah.
Because even, like you think about YouTubers and stuff, it's just like they are being an entertainer
Right.
during that time.
Yeah.
So it's
Exactly.
Some of
Yeah, so it's like even if they're still being themselves, they're still usually like kicked up a few
turned
notches.
on, I know. Yeah.
Right. That's very true. But I'm actually very, I'm very, polite and cordial with everyone. But, it's just, I think it's just a force of habit when I message clients, like giving them the heart emoji, like, thanks for reaching out, stuff like that. Although.
Yeah, that threw me for a loop. I was just like, I don't know how to respond to that.
Well, in real life, I'm
gonna go
actually
back to
very
work. I'm
bubbly
gonna
in
go back to
person.
work.
That's how I am. But I wouldn't be like, oh, hearts here and there. I'm really, until you get to know me, I'm just like, what up? All right, what are we playing today? Let's go. Yeah,
Do you play League?
what was that?
Do you play League of Legends?
Oh, I have friends trying to get me into that.
Don't do it.
Don't
Okay.
do it.
Okay.
Don't.
Yeah, because don't
do it. When Project L comes out, though, play that. That's the fun. Do you play fighting games? Oh, we had this talk. I don't remember.
I play some, yeah, but I mean, I think we had that conversation before. Like I play a lot of like RPGs, type of.
Yes, stay away from MOBAs.
Well,
From what?
MOBAs.
MOBAs. Okay.
Massive
Noted.
Online
Duly noted.
battle arena. Is that MOBA?
I'll take notes
Sure.
of what games to avoid, according to you guys.
fucking avoid
Avoid
League.
League.
Just don't
Got
do
it.
Yeah.
Play Baldur's Gate 3. That's
Oh, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
play
I was.
Baldur's Gate
Wait,
3.
we had a conversation, right, Minka?
Yes, you and I did.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna stream Baldur's Gate and we're gonna make out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like you can do that in that game,
Okay.
though, so... I feel like you can.
so
I don't
everybody
know.
loves Karlach, right?
I don't know. My cousin's playing it. I'm just like, what you doing? He'll explain what he's doing. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm gonna go play Xenoblade 3, so Crystal will leave me alone. He's like, all right, have
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, Della and I have decided we're going to be roommates with benefits.
Oh yeah.
And we'll just have one room that is like always live streamed, and that's like the paid the paid access.
Wink, wink. At least
doing a
it'll
lot.
be authentic, right? I won't be faking it. Well, because like a lot of the stuff I do, like obviously I'm an actor first.
Right.
I would get
right.
I would get those questions where it's like, oh, do you fap to your own content? I'm thinking, no, I don't. I really don't.
Well, why would you are there people out there that are there guys out there that record themselves jacking off and then watch it later and jack off as they're watching themselves jacking off?
I feel like the answer is yes.
I mean, if they're that
definitely
happy
those
with how they
people out
look, props to them. But I don't feel like that's a general thing.
Yeah.
it's not. I just feel like that there's an outlier that does that, and you're like, that's crazy. I'm walking
I'm
over
sure
here.
there are some that do. I I mean, because I growing up with low self-esteem, I can't see.
Hell
Yeah, I
yeah.
really do. Like I have anxiety, even just listening to myself sometimes. Like especially if I'm editing something, like if I'm adding like sound effects and stuff, I'd be like, ugh, I gotta hear my voice.
So Steam issues.
I can be
Oh.
very critical, so it's just like no. And usually, like when
I've listened back to every episode of our podcast, so I understand.
yeah, see, like hey, we can relate.
Why do you do
Why
that?
do we do that? It's
Because that's one more listener.
Not you, him. Why the fuck do you do that?
So it's one listen.
Aw.
I can't be mad.
It's kind of like
I want to be mad, but I can't be mad.
like I tell jokes that make me laugh. Like that's what's
All right,
fun
Tectone.
for me. Like if I can make other people laugh, that's great.
Right.
But if I'm the only one laughing, like I still am fucking enjoying my own joke.
Hey, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I usually, when I record for commissions and whatnot, I don't listen to my takes. I just send it in. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it.
Valid.
That was when I started doing YouTube like 10 years ago. Like that was my biggest issue, because like my voice has always been the thing I'm most self-conscious about. And so like that was the biggest issue, was when I had to go back and edit episodes, because my best friend and I would kind of switch between it,
right,
and having to hear my own voice, like it sucked. And I eventually got used to it, and like it still is a thing that I'm very self-conscious about, but like it doesn't bother me as much anymore, because it's like, nah, this is my voice, and it's not the voice that I would have if I got to choose, but like it's the voice I got.
Yeah. The ones that, the
Fair.
one that God gave us, you know? Just gotta know how to use it.
I have grown to
the editing
just
process
casually
would
be indifferent to my
differ.
voice.
Yeah, I have that too. Even to this day, I just can't listen to myself. So I'm like, no, I'm good. that never went away.
So Puce, have you ever noticed that I will fuck with your voice sometimes just to see if you notice?
I doubt I would ever notice, honestly. I'm usually working.
Sometimes
so
I'll I'll give him a little more bass. Sometimes I'll give him a little more treble. Sometimes I'll just remove the middle and see what happens.
I have wondered why there's some parts that sound weird, so that makes sense.
I mean, your voice does change while you record sometimes, though. Like, it's not always me.
Oh, that is amazing.
That's also a lot of fucking work that I'm just like, I'm not doing
Oh
that.
my goodness. Is it because he's not feeling well?
No, I'm just constantly
yes
moving,
and
so it's
no.
probably because I'm moving away and towards my mic all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, it literally makes me want to come to his house and take his
Oh
dog.
my gosh. I think you mentioned that in a previous podcast too. Yeah, you did.
Oh no, the best part is I don't
threatens
really
my
lives.
dogs all
I can
the
just
time.
drive to
Bob
his
taking
house.
his dogs every episode, taking
Oh.
his dogs.
Yeah. Yep, pretty much every episode.
That's the one-liner right there. I'm gonna take your dog.
And you've got more dogs to take now, so I can take
What kind of dogs
multiple.
do you have? Now I'm curious because I have a specific favorite, and
I have an Australian Shepherd, Pit Bull, something mix. I can't remember the third one. And then the two new ones are Australian Shepherd, Rough Collies.
You said a bunch of words.
Oh,
I know what a pit bull is, which is super stereotypical,
Pit bulls
but you
are
know.
You should know what an Australian Shepherd is. They're pretty popular nowadays.
If you saw one,
Cousin's
you'd
got a
probably...
black German Shepherd.
oh, when they're babies, they're so cute. German Shepherd.
Like, and this thing is like black. Like, if I turn the lights off and she's there, I'm just like, I lost your dog, man. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
That's not a joke. That's not hyperbole. She is. Her name's Umbra for a reason.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Oh man.
So what is your favorite dog type?
Oh, my favorite dog type?
Yeah.
Actually, okay. So, I want to see if you guys can actually get it, because the thing is, a lot of people think it's a French bulldog.
Corgi.
Mm-hmm. How'd you know? Have you been stalking my page? I'm just
No. Context clues would advise me, because Cowboy Bebop is your favorite
yeah, you got me
episode,
there. Yeah.
But
I want a corgi.
that's the first thing that came to mind. I'm like, what's a dog type? Corgi. He's like, oh yeah, Stephanie has a corgi. So yes, corgi. Those are dogs. And the fuck,
I made
was
a
right.
post about it too a while back. So I was thinking, oh, did you go all the way back from last year?
No, it's far too much work. What microphone do you have?
One I have right now. I'm
Yup.
using the TLM 103. And I've had this mic actually, like right when I came back from hiatus. I got enough funds from my my Ko-Fi or coffee. I don't know how you guys say it. Coffee, right?
I call it coffee.
Coffee. Okay, yeah. So I remember saying, my comeback, if I'd really appreciate it, if anyone can make a donation, and I had enough to purchase my mic, and as well as my little mini studio that I have with moving blankets and stuff. So yeah, it helped, especially with the transition of being able to live on my own finally. So yeah, It took me a year because I remember I was actually on hiatus for a year after reaching 100K, and yeah, that was tough. I actually had to take a break too because there was a point, and I think I did mention this too in my previous interview I did, where it's hard for me to record with my family because I had to talk with my mom. She didn't find out, but she has noticed. I remember there was one day she put her ear at my door, and that, yeah.
Oh,
wow.
I was like, are you kidding me? And I had to make an excuse, like, Mom, what are you doing at my door? She's like, is there a guy in your room? Are you having sex in your room with some guy? Like, no.
No. No, fuck that. Confrontation, maybe.
Whatever. Yeah, but
you want these bills paid?
You want these bills paid or not? See, that makes it worse.
Loch Ness Monster's back. Did you know that?
Back? Did it leave?
Well,
yeah, it turned into a cute blonde girl for like 4 years.
No, that was only in Japan. In Scotland, it just disappeared.
I was making a joke Puce might actually get because I think we both follow the same artist, but
no.
Oh, it wasn't from an anime. It was a specific artist.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, my assumption was wrong.
It's not your fault.
I'm a little curious, but go ahead.
I mean, I literally just you're on your computer. You can Google.
Oh, what's the animator's name?
There you go. Have fun with that.
Ludwa. Well, you know what you're gonna get into with that.
Yep. Have fun. Have fun with that.
I sure will. Just kidding.
What the fuck? I had an important question. What the fuck was it? Where do you see this taking you in the future?
Good question. So like with what I do as a not safe for work voice actor, or where?
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing is, I wish I could do more than just voice act. I mean, I know there are so many voice actors that do more than just voice act, like especially in this community. Like, I know there are script writers, sound designers, VTubers, and here I am. I'm just a voice actor. I wish.
I mean, the
thing is, I shouldn't say that because I did a bit of sound designing too in the past, but because of my schedule and how tedious it can be, I mean, you guys would know, right? Editing takes a while, and I remember just like.
I mean, two of us would know. Well, three of us here would know.
It takes longer than just recording a voice audio. I'm just like, I'd rather have someone do it for me. And I do have a personal sound editor, which is nice. It's like, okay, well, they can just, work on this when they have the time. So, yeah, I mean, they pretty much do it. But there are times where I do a bit of sound design. Like, I can do it. It's just I'm lazy. That's it. I'm just lazy. I'm very lazy, and I just want to focus on the voice audio portion. And there are times where,
I mean, we've had episodes come out late because I'm like, this game real fun.
That's me, literally.
Like, don't you have to go to your day job? But this game real fun.
So,
like, all right.
So to get real here for a second, I'm going to tell you, both of you are probably not lazy. You both just have executive dysfunction.
Yeah, that.
What is that?
That works. That sounds like me.
It means you don't know how to categorize the importance of things in your life.
Well, that's one of the parts.
I go to work.
That's one of the parts of it.
Like, fuck you, Roland.
But the executive functions for humans, there's 6 of them, but it's basically like time management. Mm-hmm. Oh my God! Hold on. I'm gonna look this up. We're gonna have a mini therapy here.
Is this like the love languages thing?
No, this is real.
Therapy with Minka. I like it.
Every fucking episode. Except for the 2 she's not in.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So just to be safe, this is not I am not giving anyone health advice.
For legal reasons.
For legal reasons.
It's a joke.
Yeah. Okay, so the 7, I guess there's 7. Okay. So adaptable thinking, planning, self-monitoring, self-control, working memory, time management, and organization. So those are the 7 executive functions that it was believed all humans have. Mm. But if you have executive dysfunction, most often tied to the fact that you're neurodivergent, whether you have autism or ADHD or bipolar or anything like that, you most likely have executive dysfunction, which means your brain does not do those things well. So like this was one of the biggest revelations that therapy brought me, was like, because I grew up always being told I was lazy because I couldn't get myself to do stuff. Like I'd sit there and yell at myself in my head, like, just do it. Why the fuck aren't you doing it? And it's because our brains actually like can't process things that same way. So it's not actually that we're lazy. It's that our brains are literally different than like neurotypical people. It blew my mind when I found this out. Like, it's crazy. So that whole, like, oh, you know, like, yeah, you're playing a game and you need to go to work or whatever, but you can't get yourself to play it. Like, there's an actual reason behind that your brain is keeping you from being able to just quickly make that decision like most people would.
Understandable, but I still went to work. I still stayed for overtime, and I'm like,
well, sure.
Fuck you. I'm not showing up tomorrow, and I showed up tomorrow.
Sure, we've had to learn to live in this world, and so like you still are able to do some things, and it doesn't mean you can't ever do it, but it means it's like harder. Like when people are like, oh, just start going to the gym. Like, it's not that hard. Yeah, it might suck, but you just have to get yourself up and do it. And it's like, actually, our brain doesn't work that way.
Facts.
And so like when I found out that neurotypical people do work that way, that I didn't just like have the same brain as them and just for some reason was struggling and so felt I was lazy or whatever, like that was not the truth. Their brain, it's easy to do. With someone with executive function, it is like a fucking war zone trying to get yourself to do things sometimes.
Right.
Fair.
Huh.
So anyway, that's Therapy with Minka.
Do. I like that.
We'll workshop that theme. We'll workshop the theme. But back to the topic at hand. How quickly can you turn on the voice acting?
How quickly? Wait, so how quickly can I turn into voice acting? Sorry.
How if I tell you, if I give you a scenario and a character, how quickly can you just go boom, voice acting?
Well, it depends. Depending on what character you want me to voice. If you give me like a scenario, I guess I could, attempt to act it out. It really depends.
Soccer mom picking their child up from soccer practice. Yeah, soccer moms are a thing, right? Those are still a thing.
I was just gonna give her an easier one and say making out with Minka. But...
No, that's too easy. No, that's too easy.
That's the bonus episode. I'm just kidding.
Do we still do those? We still do those, right?
Well, that one you should probably charge people for that episode.
we kind of have a Patreon. We don't do anything with it. We should. We're gonna start next year.
I'll help you guys promote it. I got you.
Awesome.
There you go. See, Minka's on board, so there it is.
Join our Patreon, where you can hear me and Della do all sorts of sexual things.
Just the views just skyrocket. Oh my God.
Listen, man. Listen, man. I want to start making money so I can upgrade everyone's mics, and so we can meet and do a podcast in person.
There you go.
That's what I want. That's literally all I want.
Oh, kind of like how Ozzy does his. He just like meets with everyone. Oh man.
Yeah.
You guys just need to come out to San Diego Comic-Con some year. We can do it there.
There you go. See, that's the thing. Comic-Con, I really want to go to. Hopefully next year. We'll see.
I love Comic-Con.
It's like California. It's too hot and smoky.
Okay, no,
San Diego is not. San Diego is not too hot. San Diego is like perfect. It's in like the 70s every fucking day. Like even if the sun were to blow up, like it's going to be like 72 degrees.
That doesn't excuse it's still expensive.
No, it is still expensive, 100%.
Yeah, I agree there.
I was going to say, I live on the opposite side of the country. Everything here is poor and cheap. Except McDonald's. Why is McDonald's so expensive?
Really?
$4 for a McChicken?
Oh yeah, that's what you meant. Okay.
See, and I'm in the middle of the country where everyone is poor, but everything is fucking expensive.
True. It is pricey.
And then the Puce has got his... What does your state have?
Stuff.
Oh my.
What though? Like I can't think of anything your state's known for other than the Great Lakes.
Talking about.
But
That's
you can
about
see
it.
the Great Lakes from my state too, so I'm just like,
We got the nuclear companies.
I wouldn't
I say
brag
one.
about that to people.
Yeah, and we got the place where they dump all their shit.
Probably, honestly.
You've got the Mormons and the Rocky Mountains.
Oh Lord. Here we go.
No, I've gone off on religion enough times.
We'll have an episode about that one day.
The mountains are cool though. Like, I literally could go get in my car and be on mountains in about 10 minutes.
Oh, that's. You live near the mountains.
See, now I'm thinking about all the bugs.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Never mind, Mika. That's probably it. Never mind. I forgot who I was talking to. Never mind.
Yeah, there's not much to do where I am. All I can tell you guys is I'm a Cali girl. That's it.
Do you mean everything? There's everything there.
Okay, it depends on the part of Cali. Cali's a big state.
Yeah, Northern Cali is boring.
I'm in.
Unless you like the
fucking know.
redwoods.
I don't leave my house. I don't know.
Yeah, California can be split in like 3 sections.
Didn't you play GTA 5? When you go north, it just becomes like a boring desert.
How honest do you want me to be?
I think you
Super
just
honest.
answered it with that.
Yeah, that's not a me game. That title is in English. I guess Xenoblade is also technically in English. That title is an American.
Alt. Wrap the show.
What? What?
Wrap the show. I have work.
Oh.
You can go. We can continue without you.
Yep.
Oh, my bad.
No,
No,
you're
this is
fine.
the only time frame that works for everybody, so it's kind of like
Yeah.
I have to leave early sometimes stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can go. That's fine.
I actually finished up Fire Emblem like literally before this call. So.
Oh, yeah, you were
Nice.
saying you wanted to do that.
I don't remember what route you took.
The last 3 houses. But I talking about Fire Emblem Engage. I actually made a post about that. I was like, I just finished the game and I beat the boss. Yay, all done.
I need to play.
It's
that.
good. I like it. I mean, if you like, because like I guess I tend to lean towards a lot of JRPG games like Persona. So yeah, there you go.
Same.
It's awesome. And I'm going through my whole like, is it post game blues? You know that feeling where it's like, what do I do with my life now?
That's why I've been avoiding Xenoblade 3 like the
I think
plague.
it's called like finality syndrome or something.
Is that what it's called? It's like that feeling you just sit there like, okay, what do I do now?
Yeah, that's why I don't
What is life?
play a lot of games
Yeah.
anymore.
So yeah, I'm just there, and then plus, having this break, it's nice because I was overwhelmed actually, and just coming back, I thought like,
Fair.
man, I didn't think I was gonna get burnt out so quickly, and I was like, okay, well, I gotta take a break. If it was supposed to be for a month, but I'm like, no, 2 weeks is good because I got bills to pay, so I have to keep up with that.
Understandable.
It's okay. There will be another one.
New question. When you were voicing a canon character, do you try to match their voice or do you do your own
I
thing?
try my best. I know it's not 100% accurate, but hey, you just gotta make do with what you can do. So a lot of the characters I get are mainly a lot of like the sultry type of voices. I know the most well-known one is my Ada Wong voice that I do, especially after
Yeah,
because like I know after doing like my breakthrough was the Resident Evil one. And I think that was like 12 minutes long. Yeah, it was an animation I did for Desmol, and I remember that was probably like my top videos that had the most likes and retweets. So that was crazy. Yeah, and yeah, I remember recording that in my house just with the fear of my family being right by my door. That was.
Oh.
And I still made it to 100K living at my parents' house. I don't know how that happened. So
Holy shit.
The talent,
yeah. So anyway,
skill, talent.
I don't know. I still don't know to this day. But yeah, I mean, and I was telling myself I need to take at least a year just to save up so I could be on my own. And now that I'm on my own, I could moan in peace. For work. But then again, I have my landlords and I just tell them, oh, don't worry, I'm just recording for a battle scene, just, yeah. But they're chill, they don't know, so. And even if they did, maybe they'll be chill and not care.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like it's like you're paying the bills. You want to
Yeah,
people
I'm paying my
don't
rent
care.
early. There you go. But I must say, I need to stop my little cosplay addiction because some of the money I've spent goes to cosplay outfits that I've bought. You know, just.
I don't know if you wanted to bring that up.
Oh
or
no,
not.
go for
I was
it.
just gonna
I'm an
let
open
it
book.
happen.
It's all good. But yeah, I got into it. It was more of like I mean it's a hobby. I'm not getting paid for it. It's just I'm not trying to be the next Jessica Nigeri. I'm not sure if you guys heard of her, but
I've met
yeah,
her. She's so
yeah,
fucking nice.
yeah. Like I saw a lot of her cosplays. I'm like, man, that's cool. I mean, I don't know if she probably gets paid for it, right? I don't know.
She
A lot of times she does.
Yeah.
Hers is a case by case basis. Sometimes she'll just make
Yeah.
it herself. Other times she commissions people and grabs the boyfriend and goes, "All right, we're taking
Nice.
pictures."
See, that's cool.
He is also super fucking
Oh,
nice.
okay.
I also would not. That's a man I would not fuck with. I have seen his arms. And I'm like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, no, like she really impresses me because she is one of those people that has gone like super popular online
Oh,
and
yeah.
still is so like down to earth and humble and nice.
Nice. Well, it'd be really cool to meet her one day.
She goes to San Diego Comic-Con a lot.
Oh, okay.
saying.
I'll be there for that one for next year. Yeah. Well, if you guys ever go to the San Diego Comic-Con, just look for Tally. That's probably me.
You two can. I was gonna say you two can find each other.
There you go.
The Minka does stuff over there.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
cool.
I work at San Diego Comic-Con every year.
Okay, well, now we gotta talk.
Yeah, we'll talk.
I want to cosplay as Tally, but oh my gosh, her outfit's really expensive. I'll make it work somehow. But
Okay. Oh wait, no, never mind. I know exactly. Okay, I don't have to ask for clarification because I was like, I think I know which Tally you're talking about, and then I was like,
From
wait,
Mass Effect.
context. I know this. You told me that you fucking love Mass Effect.
I sure
so
do.
it is Tally. Yeah.
Let's start those games one
yeah,
day.
it's fun.
You
I
should.
guess. I actually, because the thing is, like, I've been told that I do sound like her when I do that that accent of hers, and for that character, where it's a person of color, the main character for that project I'm doing. So I was like, sure. And then people would ask me, what kind of accent is that? Is that like Arabic? I don't know. I really don't know.
It's Alien.
Do you speak alien? Yes. Yes, I sure do.
It's foreign.
All right. The
It's
most
foreign.
important question of this episode:
Yes.
do you play the Good Shepherd or the Bad Shepherd? And I don't mean Paragon.
I thought that was what you meant.
I'm so
Good.
Or
confused.
maybe I should say the right shepherd or the wrong shepherd.
The right shepherd? Question mark.
You play with FemShep?
Well, am I still good for punching the reporter in the face?
Oh, no. Do you play FemShep?
Yes, I do. I play FemShep. Yes.
Okay, then
Yeah.
you play the good Shep, the right Shep,
Yes.
the only true shepherd.
I did play as Mel Shep once just because of, Tally romance, but, just to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, FemShep for sure. I tried to make her look like me, but it wasn't. It didn't work out. But
and then your save from Mass Effect 1 to 2 happened, and then she looked absolutely like atrocious.
yeah.
Wasn't that so fun? They're like, oh, we can bring in your customization. Oh God, what did you do?
Yeah, they messed it up. Oh well. What can you do? But yeah, those games will always hold dear to my heart. But we're not talking about Andromeda. Nope, we're leaving that one out.
I still haven't finished that one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All I can say is
I know,
Alt
it's an
is
English
missing
game.
out. But anyway, it's okay, Alt. You gotta
One day.
play to understand.
Listen, there's like 18 RPGs.
Yeah. I'm just-
Listen, I don't want to listen. Xenoblade and Persona exist.
Well, okay,
So
Persona's
I'm good now.
great,
and the
so-
Ryza games.
yeah.
That's what I was going to tell you because I've mentioned it before, that big pack of video games I lost that was like all my rare PS2 games and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it had so many JRPGs in there. Like, I had the Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga games.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Okay.
like all of the Xeno Saga games, the most of the Persona. Like I had so many good games.
I love your taste in games. You
3.
love RPGs just as much as I do.
Yes.
I mean, I have no problem with like, FPS games. I don't know. I just like the whole like story heavy aspect in a game because it keeps me, involved. It's like watching a movie, You want to see what happens next. So I'll admit, when I played Fire Emblem Engage, I was tearing up at the end. It's like that feeling where, well, I don't want to like,
oh no.
It's like this is going to turn into a therapy session, but that's it. Don't worry, I won't spoil.
I've heard things, and I'm just like, I'm gonna choose not to believe you and walk away.
There you go.
Listen, I'm still recovering from my Three Houses playthrough, my second Three Houses.
I miss Three Houses. Oh man.
I say that, and then I go back to do Blue Lines, and I'm like, man.
I
don't care about Dimitri as much as I thought I would.
How dare you? Wait. You said you don't care about Dimitri? Can you say that again?
As much as I thought I did. I'm just like, yeah, he's gone through some shit.
He sure has.
Like, when do we get to this? I'm like, when do we get to this shit? Please, could someone help? God? Not so this other God?
Oh, man. Yeah,
I still want to do the church. I don't want to do the church route.
I did all those routes. Man, it was tough, though. But anyway, I don't want to, like, spoil. I mean, Minka, have you played Fire Emblem Three Houses?
I have not.
Okay.
Minka, do you have a Switch?
I do.
Okay, we'll add each other later. Isn't it just like the friend code? You just pass it on and then I don't...
Yeah, which they need to get rid of. They need to get rid of that.
Yeah, I want to do more PC games, but I've just been stuck on my Switch, so...
Just don't play League
of
Legends.
Yeah, that's the thing I'll always remember because of you.
Christ.
Someone told me not to play League, so...
all of the MOBAs, League of Legends, Smite,
Smite's not
Dota
bad.
2. Smite is the better of the MOBAs, but
yeah,
still, it just...
No.
Unless you're willing to dedicate basically your entire life to playing one video game, you will just get destroyed by people who do that and then, like, are super toxic to you as well.
No, that's fair. I mean, yeah.
Oh, God forbid they find out you're a girl.
No, that's...
That too.
That's
Christ.
fair because I know someone that only plays Destiny 2 and that's it. That's it. Nothing else. Couldn't do it.
It's like the Call of Duty guys.
Honestly, I mean, I would love to see someone stream Mass Effect. If I'm not playing it, I'll watch someone stream it. So it's either you or one of my friends that promised me that he would stream Mass Effect just for my entertainment. Oh man!
You can, if you want to play it, you can do it. If not, I'm happy to play through that again and stream it.
Just to stream it. I'll just for my dear Della right here. I'm just kidding. No, you don't have to. It's up to you.
No,
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
I fucking love it. And like we've been wanting to do streams anyway. So
yeah, that's the thing too.
We still got.
Like I want to get into streaming. It's just finding the time because I'm doing my day job. I'm doing commissions, and I'm like I just want to fall in bed and go to sleep because I feel that. There's not enough time in the day.
Peak season's coming up, so
season.
more 10-hour days, 12-hour days.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, and I co-run a business, so I'm very much in that same boat of it's just like I want to do all these things, but by the time I get home, it's just like
Yeah.
I do have a PNG model though, and I have a 3D model.
Not same.
It's made in the same way that like VR chat models are made, so it's not like super spectacular, but it works.
Right. I agree, but yeah, it's fun to just watch people stream. I'll be lurking in the shadows somewhere, like, yeah, you got this.
I was talking to this person on a dating app, and I was like, oh yeah, like no, I love like single player games. I still like want somebody there, and it's like I either want to be playing and have them there so we can talk about it, or like I am happy to watch them playing it and whatever. And he's like, oh, they were like, oh, I hate watching people play. And I was like, I'm guessing you didn't grow up with any older siblings.
Dang.
And they were like, yeah, no, I was the oldest. And I was like, that makes sense.
Was it Tinder that you were on? I'm just kidding.
No.
No.
No, I went on Bumble and like
For the gays.
it's their fucking price to like not be, cock blocked on every single aspect of the app is like $60 for a month, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. So basically I decided like I'll pay for 1 month, and if I'm not married by the end of it, then I'm done.
That's fair.
So, last call for anyone who is new here, which I'm going to assume is everyone, because I'm assuming Dallas people are just going to show up. Hi, y'all. Last call is when we voice any final thoughts, questions, or concerns we have about the topic at hand or the guest or whatever the fuck we feel like, because sometimes we talk without guests. Summer's over. Summer fun is over, so it's going to be the three of us for a while. So, yeah. Minka, any final thoughts, questions, or concerns?
Yeah, I really feel like we should continue with the guest thing because I think it works really well.
We will, just not
like every episode. I think
us.
that should be our thing. I think the three of us are just, we're not enough alone.
Agreed.
I would disagree.
We need the synergy.
The synergy. I like that.
I just
What you said doesn't make any sense.
Sin.
We can have synergy between the three of us.
I just like having new people to flirt with, okay?
There you go.
That's fine. When we have guests, you can do that.
But no, Della, I guess if this was asked earlier, I apologize because I was kind of in and out as I was looking at things on the internet.
They're fine.
For stuff. But would you, like, is voice acting something that, like, you would recommend to people who are interested in it? Like, has it been rewarding to you enough to kind of compensate for the struggles that come with it and the competitiveness?
Oh, yeah, I agree. I think for anyone that wants to just dive in first into voice acting, I'd say do it. I mean, there are people that I've spoken with in the past that would do impressions of all these characters, and I would just say it out to them, like, have you ever tried voice acting? And they're like, nah, I don't know if I want to do that. It sounds like a lot of work. I'm like, hey, even if it doesn't get you anywhere, I mean, just do it for fun. And that's really the whole aspect with it. Because, like, when I first started, I just did it for fun. Because it is. It still is to this day. And the fact that now I can get paid for it, that's awesome. I just didn't think I'd make it this far, too. But it's just, yeah, like, with any profession, like, especially in voice acting, like, I'm a voice actor first over anything. Like, when I get, like, questions, like, that go a little too beyond what I do, like, they're like, oh, would you ever consider, like, a Fansly and all these things? I'm like, no. My passion only lies in voice acting and nothing else. It's still my hobby to this day, but the fact now I can get paid for it, that's really cool. But, yeah, I mean, for anyone that wants to try it out, just do it. Seriously. But it's just like I get these questions where it's like, how did you start, or any tips for new aspiring voice actors? It's just, well, my 3 tips would be drink water, and that's the bad thing because I don't drink a lot of water. I drink coffee. I do things that voice act. That's the bad part. So about caffeine, I've learned this too in Steve Bloom's course. It's like caffeine dries your throat, and here I am drinking coffee as he's saying that.
Well, coffee's good.
Okay,
though.
thank you. I'm glad you said that, because there are people that are like saying, "Girl, get off that coffee. It's not good for you." I'm like,
but it's
so good. I need it. I need it in my life. Otherwise, I'd be dead. So I'd be dead. I wouldn't be here. But yeah, like I would literally be like, I'd be recording a commission. I'd be drinking coffee in between takes. It's so bad. What's that saying? Do as I say, not as I do.
Yep.
That's what it is. It's like drink water, maybe do some warm-up exercises, which is something I don't do either. This is so bad for anyone that's watching this. But it's like, these are tips that I've learned when taking Steve Bloom's course. Do some warm-up exercises, like warm up your throat, have a cough drop, drink some tea, and I'm here like, you do that. Mix myself another cup of coffee.
If you're gonna drink tea, get the throat coat.
I've heard of that
what
one.
Brand it is,
yeah,
but yeah.
There is this brand that Steve recommended. I think it's called Golden Throat. It's some type of cough drop that he uses, made of like honey and all kinds of stuff. And I will admit, I did purchase that specific brand, but I'm just like, going back to the coffee.
But did it taste
It was okay.
good?
It's like, just think of it as like those, what's that one brand called? Ricola?
Ricola.
There you go. Yeah, those like honey cough drop ones. It kind of tastes like that, I guess. So, yeah.
When back when I was singing, I used to drink straight lemon juice to open up my throat.
Nice. Oh, so you did. So that was like your thing you would do before singing.
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my mouth.
Things. I don't know that there was any actual reason to do it. I just also really liked the sour lemon juice, and so I think I had read that like lemon juice can help open your throat. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna buy a giant bottle of lemon juice and just like drink it like Gatorade.
Yeah. Oh, Gatorade too. I mean, I drink that. I just can't drink my water for some reason. I'm like a 5-year-old. Someone has to tell me to drink my water. So.
Drink your fucking. You know what?
Oh no! He's gonna start spamming me.
Drink
your water. It's like, I know you're recording, but you better be drinking your water.
Listen, the day you come off hiatus, drink your fucking water.
That's all I'm gonna see. Just a bunch of spam posts of drink your water.
Morning, in the morning before I go to work. Well, in the morning for you before I go to work.
Oh no.
What was the third thing though?
Oh, so yeah. Okay, so drink water.
Do warm-ups.
Yeah, warm-ups. Another thing too is start, reading out loud. Like that's one thing I did with like webtoon comics. I just sound like a weirdo in my room, trying to be a character, and I know my family would just think I'm crazy, but hey, I'm paying the bills. So that was like one of my top things. But if only they knew what I did, aside from my day job. So I think that's the thing too. Like the people that know what I do are, of course, like my voice actor friends. Few of my colleagues know, and they'll just smile about it. They just don't say anything. But I'll admit it does get a bit awkward when because I remember I opened up to one of my cousins about it. I said, oh, I do this. Well, like, oh, you do? Oh, you know what? High five to you. I'm related to a famous black Twitter actor. I'm like, no. And then the weird part was she actually told me the other day, hey, here's the weird part. One of my guy friends follows you, and it's more awkward of him talking about it, knowing that's my cousin. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm like...
No, you take it in stride. You lean into it.
Oh. But no, she didn't really. I mean, yeah. She didn't tell me. She just says, yeah, it's just weird hearing that from one of your friends. And then I'm just here, just keeping my mouth shut, trying not to laugh. They're just like, why are you laughing? Nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm just fapping to my cousin. Anyway, yeah.
So one quick addendum question to what you said, because like you said, you do it for fun. Mm-hmm. And so I imagine it's well, I guess, okay, brain.
It's okay.
Here we go. So like I did, like I said, the little bit of voice acting, but like I've also done a lot of like theater acting and stuff, mm-hmm. and like have always loved the idea of potentially I've done short films and stuff I've acted in.
Yeah.
But I imagine doing voice acting, and maybe not safe for work stuff is a little bit different, mm-hmm. but like that's always been one of the fun things for me. Is it's the same reason I play D&D. I get to be somebody else.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's the cool part. That's why I tried D&D in the past, even though I didn't commit to it, because I could just be anyone I want to be. So, mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just, man, I need to get back into that. If only I had 8 to 10 hours in my day. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, that's the stereotype, but I hear nowadays they try to shorten certain campaigns, like 4 hours or something, which is still kind of long for me. So, yeah. It's hard.
We'll just have a D&D session going while one of us is streaming Mass Effect.
There you go.
Watching and playing D&D.
There you go. Hey, isn't there a version where we'd be like in the Mass Effect universe? I'll just be in Asari.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah, I'll be in Asari for sure.
Yeah, like I don't know if there's an official tabletop RPG for Mass Effect, but I can guarantee that they have been made.
Oh, I would love that. Well, hey, maybe one of these we can all play together. I really want to try it at least once.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Minka, you got homework now, so have fun with that.
There you go.
I bet you I can just search right here. Mass Effect.
After the show, I'm trying to wrap up the show.
She's multitasking. She's good at it. She's good at it. Don't worry.
5E.
So
There it
I
is.
don't remember
right
how we
there.
end.
Well, okay, Alt. Do you have any other questions you'd like to ask me?
Man, I'd want to keep this professional. Yeah, there you go. Have fun with that.
Oh man, no, you're fine. What's your yes?
No, not particularly. It's gonna come to me later, and I'll just be sad about it.
A part 2 version. No.
We do part. Well, we're gonna start doing part 2s here soon. So in like 8 months, if you get a random message, well, we might stay in contact. Maybe I don't know how these things work.
Yeah.
Some people respond. Some
Yeah, my
people don't.
Discord.
I do, which it's scary.
Yeah, Della and I are already like almost best friends.
Wink, wink.
That's fair.
Yeah, we were talking about playing Baldur's Gate, so there you go. That's in the books.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and Mass Effect. I'll be watching her
Wow.
stream. Yeah.
And we'll play some
When you
Phasmophobia.
figure
Oh
out
my
what
goodness. Yeah.
Switch,
Go ahead. Sorry.
when you figure out what multiplayer Switch games you have, we can talk. Right now, I just have Splatoon, because I like Splatoon. The lore is super fun.
Sounds good. That'll be fun. Yeah, I kind of started playing Skyrim, but I'll wait. I need to chill out from playing Fire Emblem. So,
Doesn't Starfield come out? Well, by the time this is out, Starfield will already be
On
out.
the 5th.
The Starfield comes out in like 2 days.
On the 5th.
2
On
days?
the 5th.
5th? It got pushed back?
It's on the 5th.
I thought it was 31st.
It's on the 5th.
It's going to be a broken, buggy mess on release. Doesn't matter.
And that didn't stop
I
me from
didn't-
Fallout or Skyrim.
I didn't say it would. I'm just saying it's going to be a broken, buggy mess on
It's
release.
not a bug, it's a feature. Wait.
That only worked.
Wait,
You know, it does work for them, so yeah, you're
Hold
right.
up.
It is a feature.
hold up. Oh, it's on the 1st if you pre-ordered the, like, one of the higher editions, because you get it 5 days early.
Oh. No, that's what we're talking about then.
So September
All right.
6th, it also wasn't the 5th. I was wrong.
And with that, we are now done with our drinks. We're at the end of the show. If you like what you heard, you can find us on Twitter. It's called Twitter. We're not going to call it X. Facebook, anywhere you find podcasts. Finally got the email from Stitcher, and they're like, hey, we're Pandora now. So that's what happened with that, in case you were wondering. I know all 2 of you were, so there you go. Della, where can the people find you, even though this is mostly your people?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter. I mean, that's pretty much my main social media platform. Delicious. And don't ask me about the 3. I kind of wish I could change that, but I guess I can't. Or you can just type in DelaiciousVA or Delicious3. Should be able to find me on there. So, yeah.
Join the Discord and the support on the Patreon. Yeah, we say those things too, right? Yeah.
And you can join our Discord, where we have a bunch of wholesome degenerates, and we have a lot of fun. And every now and then, you might get me or Alt to comment in there.
Yeah.
Puce does pretty well, though.
No, he doesn't. Not recently.
Okay.
He's worse than I am now.
Okay, well, you can help us by helping support the people that we support in there.
Awesome.
What she said.
And I just want to say thank you guys so much for inviting me on board. I know, I mean, I have more kudos to Alt for being very persistent. Seriously. And I'm just honored to speak with you all. You guys seem like a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'd love to do this again.
Sometimes. Oh, wait till we start drinking on the show. It's gonna be
Oh,
bad.
boy.
Is that what we'll do for our, like,
There you go.
when we're all together live podcast?
Probably.
Yep.
We have some ideas we need to kick around. We need to have it. Oh, right. September's literally in a few days.
Yep.
We'll figure it out later.
But, well, yeah, no, we're super glad to have you join us, too. Like, it's an honor for us as well anytime anybody agrees to come talk to us. So
Of course.
subject them to us. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, I
There's
had a
no
lot
way
of
I can say
fun.
that.
Thank you guys so much.
No problem. Thank you for not just muting me like every other person does.
I got
Lies.
I wish that was a joke.
you. Alrighty. Plus size.
Bye,
Alright,
everybody.
Tip your waiters.